Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome. It's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. So, welcome if you're watching this on the replay. Gonna have a play with some strips of paper. I don't know if you're like me, if you have to prep for classes or if you do a lot of card making. Sometimes there are just pieces of paper that end up being created, or scraps that end up being created because of just the way measurements go and how, the size of our paper and cardstock and so forth. So strips is one of those things I end up having a lot of. Now, last night went down the YouTube rabbit hole. I ended up watching this documentary by Oscar de la Renta. Well, it's not really a document. It's kind of almost like a video diary of them making their autumn, what they call it, their pre-fall collection of clothes. Now, if you are as into couture and clothing like I am, I used to work for a wedding dress designer many years ago, and so I got to see kind of the inside workings of how couture works. So I'm always fascinated to see how collections come together, how people get inspired and things like that. If you want to watch something just beautifully inspiring, do go and check out Oscar de la Renta's YouTube channel and the recent quite long video that they've done. It's quite rare actually. I've just looked at their kind of catalogue of videos and most of them are like 20 seconds long. This one's about an hour long. I did watch it speeded up. So what was fascinating about watching this video was that you have these two people who are the sort of artistic directors, as it were, of the company at the moment, and they commissioned artists to do various bits of artwork and then use that for prints and inspiration for their collection. So you may find that you don't necessarily like what they designed, but you cannot help but be in awe of the process and the amounts of different people involved in creating that couture collection. So they went to India, to the people who were doing the stitching on of the threads and the beads onto the fabric. They went to Italy, where the fabric was being printed. They went to various places and seeing the way that they would pivot. They would have an idea and then it wouldn't work and then they try it again and so forth. It was just wonderfully fascinating. So I was inspired by, I meant to put this on a document so that I could show you, but I might be able to bring it up for you. I was inspired by their recent collection using strips of what looked like leather, where they stitched it in a way to look like a bit like a basket weave. And let me see if I might be able to pull it up quite easily for you. Oh, here we go. Right. I'm going to show you now what one of those dresses looked like. Now, as I said, you may not like the dress, but what I found quite interesting was just the texture of it all. And I thought, ooh, what if we could try and recreate this with paper strips? All right, you ready? Okay, so this was the dress. These were the dresses. And I just thought they were really interesting and textural. I'll just try and get a bit more of a close-up for you to see how you could see this being interpreted, using strips of paper and then creating some paper flowers. So there we go. So that was number one. And then the other image that I was inspired by was, I think this is a newer collection, or a dress from a more recent collection, and they were trying to depict a kind of chrysanthemum. And so this chrysanthemum, I thought it was on a nice dark coloured dress. I'll show it to you now. Here it is. So it's embroidered onto this dress, and I thought, ooh, what if we could try and recreate that with strips? All right, so there we go. That's the context of my playing for the next half an hour, for you to kind of understand where I'm going from. So hello everybody who's watching on the live, great to see you, and I'll say a very hello. Hi Judy, hi Claire, hi Shaz, Kim, Patricia, Josie, Wendy, great to see you all. They do this sort of dresses with toilet paper as well. They turn out gorgeous. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I've not heard of that before. Alright, so let's get this in. Great to see you. Alright, so there's my mic. I'll just move my mic. So I've had a quick little play, and I also grabbed out my heat gun here, and I'm also going to grab my silicone mats because I anticipate there being quite a bit of glue happening. So let's just protect that. I probably could do with getting out my little finger thingies. I have my little finger thingies. Two finger thingies. Right, I've got two finger thingies just in case it all gets very hot. I'm already slightly accident prone today. I already bashed my nose. I'll tell you the story of that in a second. Alright, before we get to it then. So I grabbed some strips earlier and have been having a play trying to just get them softened up, ready to use. And my first idea was actually to try and create a little bit of a rosette using some of this card. So I'm just going to kind of go for it and see what happens. That like that. Probably do need to use my finger thingies. Alright, and then my idea was just to kind of like glue it round and about like so. Oh, no. I wonder actually if it would be better if I cut a little circle to stick it onto. That's what I should have done. So the reason I'm using hot glue is because it cools and fixes much quicker than any other type of glue, and because I knew for some of this I'd be working quite quickly, I wanted to be able to just get on with it. And so, as I said, I pre-scrunched this paper earlier to soften up all the fibres, and it's a piece of cardstock that I've actually folded in half. So I've got kind of a curved edge and I've got just the sort of flat edge. Come on. I just wanted to see what that looked like. Just makes this kind of interesting flat rose. Slightly square. I hadn't intended it on it being so square, but it's my first one, so you know what, let's get some more light here. There we go. Alright, that's a bit messy, so I'm going to try with some DSP now. So I've got some DSP here that I've kind of scrunched, but probably could do with a bit more of a scrunch. And let's get another scrap. would help if I put my glue gun in a place that didn't then get glue on everything else. Right. Oh, that's good news, Claire. Oops. So I'm concentrating hard. Can you hear me? Okay, that's another one. That one looks a bit better. It's a bit neater, that one. Alright, so that's me having a little bit of a practice. That one just looks really rubbish now compared to that one. And let's grab another piece of DSP. I'm wondering what it would look like now if I had a strip of DSP or cardstock, and if I put some colour down the edge of it. So let's see what that would look like. Looks like bubble bath, doesn't it? I'm just going to put a little bit of Flirty Flamingo down the edge of my paper, and because I'm not going to this one's going to be folded in half because it's already quite thin. I still do want to give it a bit of a scrunch, just to soften up all the fibres again. Try not to give myself a paper cut. Alright, let's try this again. See what happens. I think I need to get another glue stick at the ready. Oh, come back. Right, there we go. Oh, this is working a bit easier because it's just one layer of paper. It's much easier to manipulate. So the lengths of these are just basically the length of the cardstock. So about, what's that, just under 30 centimetres. Yeah, because we're not going to start cutting things specifically for it. We're just using up what's in the scrap basket. Just going to cut those bits away. Oh, that's the one I'm happiest with. That one's alright. I'll just glue that back. Oh, no, I'm going to cut that away first. Yep. Alright, okay, that was fun. There has been another rose that I've made in years gone by where you kind of like twist and stick as you go. I don't know. Let's see if I can remember how to do it. It's one where you do that and then fold it. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's nice as well. So you keep just fold. Well, I didn't start it that way, but that's how it's ended up. Oh, let's quickly stick that down before it unravels. Stay. That's quite fun. Right, I didn't start it that way though, hold on. So if I fold it over and then start rolling and then fold back, just keep folding back. Keep going round. Okay. Big blob of glue. Those are kind of interesting. Right, I'm so sorry. I'm not paying much attention to your chatting. Oh, thanks, Shaz. You're liking these stylized roses. Good. Right, I'm just going to do one more and then I'm going to get on to doing something a bit different. I want to try that kind of basket weave, that crazy basket weave effect. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do it, but I wondered if I could do it between vellum. If I attach some of that sticky stuff to a piece of vellum, put some strips down and then put vellum over the top to encapsulate it. That's kind of cheating really, but because the way they do it at Oscar de la Renta, they basically stitch it. It's incredible. Right, so there we go. Those are my little roses. The other option, I guess, is if I just cut a whole load of strips out. I'm trying to see what I've got already here that I can make use of. Although I do have a scrap of that. It would make sense to have a green one, wouldn't it? Just use this. Just going to cut a whole load of little strips. Sorry about the noise. Hi Patricia, hi Kenzie. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. Yeah, Glenna said that she wasn't going to be here this evening, so my if anyone wants to be my admin, just put your hand up. I can make you admin. Probably could do with cutting that bottom bit off. Don't need it. Hi Lisa. Who else has arrived? Oh, there's Wendy and Janice. There you are. That's all right. Thank you. All right. Let's see how we get on with that. So I guess one simple way of doing this is just to lay down some strips. Don't really want it to be too prescriptive. And then I'm going to go and lay one down in the opposite way. Oh. Okay, that sort of just helps to anchor it a little bit. Oh, that one didn't stick. That's okay. So maybe just do a couple ones that are just going to anchor. Just hold it down. So for those of you who are just joining, I'm using up just some paper, or making, I said you didn't have to make paper strips, but I've ended up making some paper strips, and being very much inspired by a little video watched by Oscar de la Renta and one of their collections. Anyway, they made some dresses where they basically looked like they were like strips all kind of stitched together, and just looked really cool, and I thought wouldn't it be great to try and imitate that for a card. Alright, so now I've got my kind of structure in place. I'm going to start messing with it a little bit. And just hope this is in a straight line. Yep, no, that's it. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Okay, probably it would make sense if I just did that. Stuck that over the top. There we go. Hiya, Vicky. Alright, so I'm going to use my little fingery thing because I don't really want to get burnt fingers. Oh yes, I was telling you what happened today. I was cooking tea and I thought, oh, I just fancy doing, while the oven was on, I thought, well, I may as well bake a cake. I'm trying to, you know, if the oven's on, it's like, makes sense, doesn't it, to do a couple of things. And so I thought, well, I bought some limes the other day. They were a third off at Aldi, and got a pack of limes that need using up. let's make some lime cake. I just looked it up, Mary Berry, fantastic. So I'd made the mixture, I was about to put it in a pan, in a cake tin, and then I thought, oh, I know what, I'll get my little loaf bun tin down. So it's this nice big tin, and it's got 12, or is it 16? No, it's 12 little loaf compartments, and it's got these bottom, like they're hollowed out, and then you put this like rectangular bottom into them. So I store it on its side on a shelf in my kitchen, and I put all the plates that go into the bottoms with elastic band around it, and I just pop it into one of them. Well, I was pulling down the tin, and the wodge of 12 metal plates held together by tape came down and just banged me right on the bridge of my glasses and bashed me on the nose. Bashed me on the nose. I was a bit stunned. May was there, and she was like, "Ma, you all right?" I was just like, yeah." And then I couldn't find these plate things. Anyway, eventually I did. So we've got nice little lime kind of bun things. And then you were supposed to do lime and icing sugar, but I just put granulated sugar and just made it like a lime drizzle. So as soon as it came out the oven, I pricked, with a fork, pricked it, and then poured it on. It was very nice. Okay, I like that. So the idea is, my thought was to then have my roses on here. Although that colour doesn't quite go. That one and that one goes okay, doesn't it? But wouldn't that be fun for a card? Alright, so that was one idea. Okay, so my other idea was this kind of chrysanthemum-y looking thing. And I do happen to have a whole bunch of little strips here. And because I was prepping for a class earlier today. So I'm thinking if I cut these into, I could cut them into half, or maybe thirds. Okay, let's cut these into thirds. Yes, so my little bridge of my nose got a little gash on it, and was bleeding a little bit, but I think I'm all right. I'm just a little bit concerned that it, whenever you get a bash on the bridge of your nose, it can sort of radiate and give you a black eye later on. That's my only little concern. It's going to look like someone's laid hands on me. Not in a good way. There we go. Excuse me. Oh, take care, Claire. Night night. Sleep well. Yeah, and Tom and I are going away for the weekend. Tom's preaching away, so we're going to go and visit his sister, and so I'm just thinking, oh great, that's going to look a right sight. Right, so my idea is that we just stick these on. Oh, these are going to be massive. Massive chrysanthemums. Okay. Alright, we'll just keep going. We're started, so we'll have to finish. Ugh. Oh dear, no, I didn't mean these to be so, that to be so big. No. I don't like that. That's too big. Start that again. Okay, right, what about we just cross them over? Let's just do that. There we go. Right. these squished on. Oh, actually that looks quite nice on the other side. Oh well. It's all a bit of an experiment. I wanted to see what it would look like. I like the idea of almost making, it looks like a kind of firework really. I don't know. Not sure. It's very textural. Yeah, that's a bit worrying, Shaz. Yeah, Heather, I like to push the boundaries of paper artistry. You know me. Okay. Not sure where this is going at all, but there we go. Right, I'm going to let that dry because I wouldn't mind manipulating that a little bit. I say dry, let it cool. So what I could do is make a rolled up one. No, I didn't break my glasses. No. I know, I was worried about that. Right. Stick that in the middle. And then splay that one out. And then I wondered if it needs a bit more glue. And then wondered if the ones underneath I could bring up. Oh no, I've made a mess. Not sure about that. Seemed a good idea at the time. I wonder if I've still got those special scissors. Who's got a pair of these? Oh, now earlier I had a piece of pink cardstock and I ombre'd it. Look. So I wonder if I ombre'd this a little bit. So just putting some colour down the edge of it, like that. And flip it over. Do the same there. Has anyone got a pair of these scissors from way back when? I think some people use these to cut their chives. But they're great for creating fun flowers or any kind of fringing. Pencil. Move it up. You call them grumping scissors? I didn't know they had a name. Well, there we go. Right, give that a moment to cool down. Hi Anne, good morning. Good to see you. Oh, that's fun. I feel like I should stuff a different one. Oh, what if I stuff some of these in there? What I could use those for. Oh, I've invented a flower. What should we call this one? Oh, that one keeps wanting to come out. No, they're not crimping scissors. They're like got 4 or 5 blades on them. Oh, well, that's a bit different. Don't know what it is. Right, let's make a card. It'd be nice to actually make something out of this. Just going through some of my old scraps, of which I have plenty. I feel like I just need something quite neutral behind the green. I wonder if that would actually stand up against. I wonder if there's a way of me just attaching that to the top of a card so that. I wonder if that would remain sturdy enough. That's quite nice. I'll grab my cardstock. Might have to snip it actually. Not sure the trimmer's going to work because the glue in some bits it's quite thick. So I'll just cut those off so that it straightens it all up. Yeah, hit a thick spot. I wonder if I could just fold those back. I wonder if I could just attach that then to. Let's try it. We won't know until we try it, will we? You know what? I can't be bothered. Just gonna use tan tape. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up there. I can cut the bottom off later if I need to. Okay, and then fold those over. Right, so let's see if it will stand. Yeah, it will stand. Just need to cut a bit off there. Ah, right. Hi, Monica. Oh, well done. Well done, Janice. Looked like you had well over time this afternoon. You're creating. Oh, I know what I was going to do. So the other piece, I was then going to stick that over the top of that. To make it super sturdy. This bit just keeps wanting to pop up. Let's stick you down. Oh. Another piece across the top. This is going to be interesting. I don't usually use tape in this way, so I better get this right the first time. Hi, Mel. Oh dear. Vicky being a bit, you know, quick-fingered. Right. Okay, well, it definitely does stand. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy, but if I showed you the inspiration, you'll understand. Or do we go for the pink one? I think we need to cut some leaves. What do you think, pink or orange? Oh dear. You guys make me laugh. Hi, Susan. Right, are we pinking or oranging it? What do you think? Oh, well, I don't know if it's quite orange, this is slightly bright yellow. Actually, I quite like the two, the yellow. It's nice and happy and bright. Okay, just got to figure out which things to stick first. Need more glue. They are a little bit, aren't they, Janice? Yes. Yep, I agree. Okay, just to be safe, I'm going to slip my silicone mat underneath because I don't really want glue going to the back of my card. I'm just going to hold that there for a sec. Oh, have a good day, Lisa. Have a good drive. Okay. Now, I could potentially stick that underneath. You see the light shining through it. What do you think? Do you think it needs it? Or is it more interesting just having the tone on tone? I'll try and get some of this glue off. Aha, there we go. Divided. All right. Oh, right. There was. So, as I said earlier, I ombreed this piece of cardstock, and I cut out a few strips. But I wasn't really happy with the way that whole thing kind of turned out. So, I wonder if there's a different use for this. If I just keep trimming this up. I had thought earlier. Oh, that was it. I watched. There's this technique in the sort of sewing quilting world. I don't know if any sewers are on at the moment, where they make a bag, a kind of weird fabric bag that one of the sides is tulle net, and they get loads of scrap bits of fabric, like all the offcuts, chopped up into tiny pieces. They stuff this sort of pillow that's got the tulle cover on it with the fabric, and then they quilt over the top of it. And I was thinking, I wonder if we could do that with scrapping somehow. I mean, we sort of do it by using these sticky sheets, which is what I'm thinking of doing. Right. Could be interesting. Right. So ooh, or I could do it with a piece of plastic. We could do it with one of those laminators. But I'm wondering if I could put that sticky stuff in there. So I've got a piece of vellum here. So if I take off these, stick that on there. And take that off. So that leaves me with a layer of sticky. I'm kind of managing them a little bit where they fall because I want it to be sort of equal-ish. It's quite sticky. Vellum might give it a stiffness. Yeah, I agree. Could get out some sequins. Maybe some other scraps, I don't know. Actually quite like this. Right, got little pieces to go on. Right, now, do I just cover that with clear? This is just some packaging. Or another piece of vellum. I'll just do it, see what happens. Okay, that's a thing that can be done. I like both sides actually. Hi Jodie. Gold flakes. Oh, what? Now she says it. Too late. Sorry, I didn't see your comment. Yes, I do actually have some gold flakes. That would have looked rather fun. This will make a really cool background. Right, let's just cut that up. Very fashion forward. I mean, who'd have thought you'd get that from this channel? Right. Cut some more leaves. Get my tweezers. Next time, yes. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, I've got my vellum still folded, but what I'm going to do is get my tweezers and go backwards and forwards. Okay, you see that? I like doing some things like this occasionally, where something outside of the card making world, paper crafting world, inspires me, and I'm led by the images and then think, how can I do that with paper? And the journey it takes you is very surprising and unexpected, but also quite liberating, and makes you realise that you can apply perhaps different processes to try and achieve the same outcomes, but it'd be rather fun journey. See, I think I'd like that as another clear-ish card. So I'm going to cut this down to 10, so it's the same as the piece underneath. And then rather than cutting it into 2 pieces and having to stick it together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to score, I think I'll just do it at 13, so I've got lots to fold over. I'm going to give that a really good score there and hope it works. Just about. It's protesting, put it that way. Okay. Then I'm going to cut this at 13. The fold is this side. I'll get my bone folder to tell this what to do. Let's protest it a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pop that then into there. Fold that down over the top. Then remove these. Fold that. It's just about stiff enough to hold it up, it's fine. There we go. Oh, bye Jodie. Alright, now this will be interesting. How am I going to stick these on? I'm thinking I may have to just use double-sided tape. I'm not sure the hot glue is a good idea because this is plastic now. Not sure that's a good idea. So just do a bit of tape onto the back of those. Night, Shaz, rest well. Thanks for indulging me, everybody. I know this is a bit different from my stamping videos, but I'd like to change things up a little bit and get inspiration from different places and see where the paper takes us. So I hope there's been some tips that you've seen me explain, or things that I've shown that perhaps you can add to your own card making, paper crafting repertoire. Okay. There we go, 2 very interesting cards. Slightly different techniques there. pivoting a little bit because what I thought was going to work didn't end up working. So my chrysanthemum flower, but never mind. That's the fun thing about paper and glue and scissors. You can figure it out as you go. Tape works too, that's right. Oh yes, glue dots. I could have used glue dots. Yeah. Fancy putting a few little gems on that now. Or sequins or something. Let's see what I've got in here. I think in keeping with the whole tone on tone look. It's nice. There we go. A little bit avant-garde, a little bit different, but fun. There you have it. So thank you for watching, everybody. And I'm trying to think what's okay. So what Stampin' Up product did I definitely use? I used, well, all the card and the paper come from Stampin' Up. This is, I think, retired now, but that was in my scrap box. This is Bubble Bath pink, and then I used a strip of paper to make that rose, and I dipped it in Flirty Flamingo, so it's got a lovely sort of Flirty Flamingo edge to it. And unfortunately, the vellum has now retired as well, but you can use any kind of transparent type thing. And yes, these sticky sheets, they're definitely still around. 1, 5, 2, 3, 3, 4. So and then I think this might be a retired colour as well. This is Mango Melody, and yeah, good fun. The silicone mat is really useful if you're going to use your hot glue gun. So these are really handy. So Tom popping his head in. Yeah, bone folder, that was handy. Scissors, the snips, these are great. Trimmer. So there we go. Right. Thanks everybody. I'll say now that I'm probably not going to do a live tomorrow, unless, I don't know, Tom and I find a really interesting place. We're going to visit Tom's sister tomorrow evening, so we'll be on the road. So I don't think I'll be doing a live. So I'll say I won't, and then if I do, then it'll be a nice surprise. So there we go. Right. Lots of love, everyone. Have a great weekend if I don't see you. And if you want to purchase any products that you've seen today, click in the links. If you've got any questions, email me ruthtrice@gmail.com. All right. Lots of love.